So guys, I live in a kind of environment that is so disheartening, and I will tell you that most of the times I always have aches in my heart knowing that I'm raising children in this environment. But then I would like you to just take a view on how it is. Let me quickly show you guys how my environment actually looks like physically. I'm not talking about the spiritual aspect, like physically, and then give you the description of how it looks. Let's go. Let's look at this. You see that green roof over there where it has like a gray color color paint. As you can see, it's just this one you are seeing here. That is a hotel. And then moving this way, you can see the way my environment is. You can see the way it is. Now we have a road that links that way, but down here, right down here, this is an ogogoro joint, an alcohol joint where they sell alcohol in the night, and it is disturbing. I must tell you, this is just in front of my house. You can see, and then we have a road here where people pass that leads that way. Then moving that area, you can see the way the area is. The center is just so rough, so rough. You can see this is a public bedroom, of this compound. I'm trying to dodge because there's somebody there. I don't want her to think that I'm filming their house. You can see, let me stand this way. I'm trying to cover her because you can see she's there. That's her. So that's a public bedroom. And then that way, just where you can see this light, not this light, this other light, this pool here, that house by that pole, that upstairs is a ballet compound. Now that joint from the express, you see where that other upstairs is an upstairs that is just by the road. So from the express like this, we'll come down from that bus stop when probably we are coming back from somewhere. We'll come back from that road, then we pass through a road like that, and then linking to this particular upstairs adjacent to it, and then with this green roof. Now we have that particular place, that junction is a road that is not even encouraging for children to pass, even in the daylight or night. Nighttime is even the worst because there you see all these occultive boys smoking, drinking, doing all sorts of things from time to time. They are always fighting at that place, so I always avoid that place. But then I don't have a choice because that is where we still need to pass. If you do not want to pass there again, you can see from this place that I showed you down like this, you can see where those people are coming from. That is an entrance, a road like that lead either down to that place, or we can pass through this place. Then now where the ridges is, you can see where this green tree is, where those two green trees are, where we have that little, this and this, yes, where my finger is. That is a brothel, where harlots, they live there. People go there. You know what a brothel is for harlots. And this one that has, after where this black tank is, this roof where there's a little green by the side of it, is also a brothel. Now the three major roads in this environment, you have to pass through a very dangerous spot. Here is a brothel. We literally pass in the compound. In the night, in the morning we pass through, then in the afternoon going to school we pass through the compound. If this gate is locked, you have to pass through the other brothel also. Then you need to walk through again inside that same compound, right? You can see that lady going there. She's one of the harlots going there. Now she's come here to this particular point to come fetch water and then walk into that place. In the morning, in the night, it is there. In the night is even the worst because the sound in the environment, we can't even sleep. Like me, that I'm so allergic to sound, to not all the polluted musics. We still need to, we pass through there. The smoke, sometimes you see them doing all their nonsense, but you just have to take away your eyes because you are passing through their compound. They did not ask you to come and pass because that's the only entrance. Here, brothel, there, occultic joints. Do you understand? So there is no other way except you are passing through here like this. Now, passing through here like this down that side, you have to go, and that is a very far distance down that place, and that place has a shrine. That that is how the environment is. We have another street here, like I said. If you don't want to if you want to avoid these 3 points that I showed you guys already, all you need to do is I walk through this place, but I don't really pass through this place. You pass through this place like this. You see where that, you keep going where that brute is, to that point where that brute is a street that links like this, and then it links to that particular big tree, this tree, and that tree is a shrine, and it's like it's in a crossroad. It's a shrine, and then we move that way back again. You can see that the road, the distance is just too much. You can see it, and then it bus to this side. So that is how the environment is. This side is just so polluted, and you cannot even see, although it's developing, but then the way it is, you can see that people are already, mounting bigger houses. But then this center is just something else. This center is just, something else. This center is just something that sometimes I used to be so afraid, because the lifestyle of people I see here, of kids, of children that I see, like this middle is just our upstairs that is in this middle. It's just our upstairs that is in this middle, just our house that is like the decent one in this area. But the other places that begin to get developed, I don't understand. We have better places, but then, so yeah, for you to understand the kind of environment that I stay, at the back of this particular upstairs here, this one that has milk color, there's a shrine there. There's a shrine over that place. I will tell you that the stuff that I have seen in this environment is heartbreaking. I must tell you that most of the times my children don't stay outside. They don't even know anything outside. From work, when we get down, we walk through this path. We get down from our house here, we walk through this path like that, right down to that place. We pass through the brothel to school, coming back, we pass through the brothel again. If that place is locked, we pass through this other brothel. Or sometimes if the two places are flooded, because this place is a swampy area, if these places are flooded, we tend to turn like this. And sometimes that early morning, around that 7 o'clock, you see some of those boys that are already out with boxers, naked, just outside there, smoking, drinking, saying nonsense. And I begin to ask myself, how do people grow up from this kind of environment? And it's not easy raising children here. This is the view to the environment. So as you have seen it, now this environment, like I said and like I showed you, has a hotel, two brothel, I don't know if there are other ones because I'm not really familiar, but the ones that I know that I passed through are the ones I've showed you. A hotel, two brothel, and a joint for occultism. I remember there was a particular time I just got to this place newly. I think I was pregnant for my first child. I was just like, 7 months into the environment, everything was just looking so strange, because when you did not grow up in a particular environment, then you move to a particular environment that that is kind of different from your kind of environment. There is this unease, there is this difference, right? So they had a clash, and I good. We were in the house for 2 weeks without coming outside. All the markets around were closed. People were literally afraid of coming outside to buy something. That's how tough it was. For 2 weeks, you'll be hearing stones, bottles here and there. They'll throw stones. In fact, most of the stones even hit on our glasses, right? And I don't just know. Most of you are going to say, oh, you are not the first person raising child in that kind of environment. Why are you making it a big deal? But for me, I will tell you that it's a big deal. It's a thing of concern, because I have seen children in this environment. Yes, I know that even among them, God still have the ones He's still going to pick by His mercies, right? And then grace will still speak for some persons. But then, because I'm a child, I'm a woman who is deliberate in parenting, the environment, most of the time I hardly sleep. As a Christian, polluted songs. Even in the compound I live, people beside, like I said, the Yogogoro joint that is here, they sing they make conversation. Because of that, I don't really sit where I'm sitting down. I'm always in my room, or if the balcony, I barely sit on the balcony, because kind of conversations that you hear people talk, the kind of things, you know, people talk. Then in this environment, in the company I'm living, oh Jesus, you know, there are gays around, there are lesbian around, you know, you can see, you know, children of 14-15 years being encouraged by their parents, you know, to have boyfriends, and even as they do, their parents don't say anything wrong about it. Kind of attitude and behaviors that on a normal ground, I know that me growing up, I cannot even portray it, even in the secret, talk more of the public, but yet here it is allowed. It's like a normal routine. Guys, I'm choked. Like, I've gotten to the point, because my child, there's some kind of songs that my child will be singing, and then I ask myself, where is this person getting it? Because we don't sing it in the house, we don't visit people, we are always in the house. Now I realize that the environment she's hearing it's so loud. Sometimes till like 4 a.m, 5 a.m, you'll be hearing those songs. 3 a.m, 2 a.m, they can't sleep, but me, I'm always subconsciously sleeping, because the sounds, especially there is lights, man, guys, if there's light in this environment, it's so terrible, right? It's so terrible. And my heart aches for every child in this environment. My heart aches because the heights of destruction that this environment. My husband also shared a story of a young guy. In fact, we're coming back from, I don't know if I posted the video already, we're coming back from a friend, you know, a friend, condolence visit, a friend of ours that passed, which I will talk about probably in my next video. Passed, and when we were coming back, we got to that particular spot where I showed you the express where we need to come down before we get here, and then we saw this particular young guy just ran to us. No, we're trying to cross the road, and then he was like, "Pastor, please hold on, yeah, hold on, no, tanker is coming." And then I was like, okay, who is this guy that knows us so well? Because he was apparently looking, he was obviously looking as like a mad person. So when we crossed, I saw him, he shakes my husband shakes him, and I was like, okay, my husband should give him money. My husband gave him, I don't have much, 200 that we use for change down. My husband gave it to him, and then we passed. Then I was not asking my husband, who is he? And he now said, there is a long story, that this guy, they grew up together in their compound, that he is even more older than this boy. And I was like, at your age, that I think, because I am we are quite young, we're quite young. So if at your age you are saying this person that I'm seeing now, you are older than the person, then this guy must be very young and handsome. And then I asked him what happened, and he was like, just like he has always told me, the environment, he mingle with bad friends here, because the mingling of bad friends, it only takes children that they lock inside the house not to mingle, or people that God has divinely separated, or people whose parents are intentional about their upbringing for you not to mingle. These spots for you not to mingle. So he got into wrong friends, you know, started smoking and things like that, and he entered his head, and that is how he became abnormal as he is. And this guy is cute, even in his mental state. He's handsome, you know. It's not like he's mad, but he's mentally unstable. He doesn't do anything, just walk around. You can see, once you see him, you know that this person is, but he still talks normal, but you know, sometimes I'll lose after. And I cried, I shed, I was like, what? You know, I was like, okay. And then his parent let him be, say, they let him. I said, nobody even took it as a point of duty to take this boy to a clinic or a mental hospital for them to, because something they can see redeem, because this one is not madness, it's drugs. It means he can still be rehabilitated or something, treated. That is one of the things we see here in this environment, and I must tell you that my heart aches for every child in this environment. It's so unfortunate that I'm no Nigerian, like I'm no president, because I begin to, people tell me, this environment is better. Have you gone to an environment that are worse than this? And I'm like, for the past 5 years that I've been in this environment, I have no peace. I have no inner peace at all. My heart have been troubled. Going outside, if you see the way I walk as if I don't want to walk on the ground. That's how disgusting this place is to me. Probably because of the kind of places I've stayed, the kind of life I've experienced. I just feel like this place is just just the smell, the stink, the everything, spiritual stink, social stink, financial stink, mental stink, you know, health stink, because the environment stinks. It smells. But then I'm here. At the end of the day, I'm here, and so I'm trusting God to just move out, take my kids outside this place, because my kids deserve a better life. Every child in this world deserve a better life, right? A better life. And I used to ask myself, why would somebody staying in this environment decide to have 5 kids in this environment? Why not make do with one, the one you can take care of first before bringing other burden? Because I see like you are bringing liability, you can't take care of them, then you now make them become useless. Children that are supposed to be there in heaven, you know, and you just call them just to come suffer. That is how I see it. Yeah, I don't know if there's any other environment that you think, or there's any other thing that I don't know. I'm just speechless, guys. I'm speechless. Let's discuss in the comment section. Maybe till then I'll have, maybe I don't know, maybe in another video I'm going to have a lot of, because at this point my head is just yeah.